Good day. Our study focuses on the functional and health domains among the elderly, a growing concern due to the increasing aging population. Aging is a complex process that affects physical, cognitive, psychological, and social aspects of an individual's life. It is not only about living longer, but also about maintaining independence and quality of life. According to the World Health Organization, healthy aging involves maintaining functional ability, which allows older adults to do what they value in life. This functional ability is influenced by intrinsic capacity, which includes key domains such as locomotion, vitality, cognition, psychological well-being, and sensory function. However, many elderly individuals experience challenges such as chronic illnesses, malnutrition, mobility limitations, socioeconomic status, and have limited access to healthcare, making them more vulnerable to functional decline. Despite these concerns, there are limited local studies that assesses all domains of intrinsic capacity together, especially at the community level. Thus, this study was conducted to provide a comprehensive assessment of the functional and health domains of the elderly.
The purpose of this study is to aim the functional and health domains among elderly individuals in selected barangays in San Fernando City, La Union. Specifically, this study aims to determine the demographic profile of the respondents, assess their level of independence in activities of daily living or ADL, evaluate their ability to perform instrumental activities of daily living or IADL, measure their intrinsic capacity across 5 health domains, and propose health programs to improve their functional ability. This study seeks to provide data that can guide community-based interviews and improve the quality of life among the elderly.
This study utilized a quantitative, descriptive cross-sectional design. While it involves a 332 elderly respondents ages from 60 years old and above from selected barangays, namely Pagdarawan, Tangki, Biday, Santiago Norte, and Cabarwan. The data were collected using a structured questionnaire composed of respondent profile, ADL assessment, and using CUTS index, and also IADL assessment using the Lawton-Brody scale, and also intrinsic capacity tools including MNA, MMSE, GDS, and also the sensory test. The data were analyzed using a descriptive statistics such as frequency, percentage, mean, and standard deviation.
For this statement of the problem, this study aimed to answer the following research questions. First, what is the profile of the respondents in terms of age, sex, educational attainment, socioeconomic status, and number of the chronic conditions? Next is what is the level difficulty in performing activities of daily living? Next is what is the level of difficulty in performing instrumental activities of daily living? And then next is what is the level of intrinsic capacity in terms of locomotion, vitality, cognition, psychological, and sensory domains. And then the last is what health programs can be proposed to improve their conditions.
In terms of demographic profile, most respondents were aged 71 years and above, comprising 41.87%, indicating a high proportion of older elderly individuals. Females accounted for the majority at 64.46%, which may be due to longer life expectancy. In terms of education, most respondents had secondary education, followed by tertiary and primary levels. Regarding socioeconomic status, 85.54% belong to the low-income group, indicating financial limitations. Most respondents also had at least one chronic condition, showing the presence of health-related challenges among the elderly.
For activities of daily living, the majority of respondents were independent. High independence was observed in dressing at 98.2%, toileting and feeding at 97.9%, and transferring and bathing above 97%. However, continence had the lowest independence at 89.5%, indicating some level of dependence. Overall, most respondents were classified as having full function.
For instrumental activities of daily living, independence varied. Higher independence was observed in medication management at 91.9%, food preparation at 87.3%. Lower independence was observed in telephone use, transportation, and handling finances. This indicates that more complex tasks are more difficult for elderly individuals.
In terms of intrinsic capacity, out of 332 participants, we have 58.73% had a normal locomotion, 44.58% were at risk of malnutrition, and 81.33% had a normal cognition, and then 99.4% had a normal psychological status, and 67.47% had a visual impairment, and also lastly, we have 17.17% had a hearing impairment.
In conclusion, the study revealed that the majority of elderly respondents maintained independence in basic activities of daily living. However, limitations were observed in instrumental activities and certain health domains, particularly in mobility, nutritional status, and sensory function. These findings indicate that although the elderly still possesses functional strengths, there are specific areas that require attention and intervention. Therefore, community-based programs focusing on mobility, nutrition, and sensory health are essential to promote healthy aging and improve the quality of life among older adults.